Carmelo Anthony situation, when I look online, I see a lot of white people look like they're losing their mind because of what happened with this incident with Carmelo Anthony and this fellow Austin Metcalf. And I think that it's very telling when you look at what's going on and what's being reported or what's being posted online. It seems as though that self-defense is good for everybody except for black people. I listen to these people and they want to look past all of the other pertinent information. They want to try to call this kid a thug and then try to say he come from a bad background and parents, bad parents. I'm hearing these people say he has bad parents. When the fact of the matter is he comes from a very strong family. Mother and father been together for 17 years. Unlike the Metcalfs, who the father is not in the home. And they've been divorced since, I understand, 2011. And I understand that also in 2011, the father of the Metcalf that you see all over social media was arrested for SA. Okay, so we want to talk about parents. We want to talk about upbringing and what the children are exposed to. We've all been to high school. We know what happened. These two boys was bullies. They were brothers. They was bullying this young man. They felt as though, for whatever the reason, that they had the authority from wherever it came from, probably their white supremacist authority, to feel as though they can tell someone to get up, get out, go stand in the rain. You don't belong here. You must change your seat. Like this Jim Crow, I can't sit where I want to sit. Young man trying to get out of the rain. They want to put him in the rain. They bullying him. And y'all want to ignore all of that. All you want to talk about is why he had a knife. He had a knife because I understand he lived in a sundown town. He had a knife because he lived in the South and he needs to protect himself. He had a knife on him going to the track meet the same way most people take their gun to the store for protection. And thank God he had it to protect themselves from these two bullies. And y'all want to try to blame this kid, but you celebrate Kyle Rittenhour. I say we give Carmelo Anthony the same treatment. Free this young man. Give him speaking tours. Let him go on lecture tours. Pay him to go talk about what he did. That's how y'all did Rittenhour, and that was okay. He shot two people that never touched him. But that was self-defense. You want to say that it was only one? Don't be ridiculous. My brother is not getting into an altercation and I not get involved. Don't be ridiculous. Some of the nonsense that I hear going on is just unbelievable. And even worse than that, when I hear black people going out of their way to defend this nonsense and try to criticize this black young man. Some of us are so quick to defend white people. They never do anything wrong. Everything that they do is right. And because this boy didn't move because these other boys come tell him what he got to do, under what authority do they tell him he got to get up? They're not the teachers. They're not the coaches. Under what authority did they now grab his belongings and physically trying to remove this young man? That is an assault. Y'all not talking about that. Oh, well, he didn't have to do this. He did what he felt as though he had to do. I don't know what he had to do. It's a shame. The double standard. Your celebrated Zimmerman. You celebrated that other boy, Penny, choked the black guy out on the train. That was okay. You can kill him. That's okay. Zimmerman can kill a black person. That's okay. All of these things is okay. But if a black person defends himself and a white person reap what's coming to them, now that's a problem. I understand that your white supremacy has taken a hit because we're no longer moving, no longer scared. We no longer feel the need to jump when somebody else tells us to jump. Those days are over. And these young kids is proving it. So no, I fully support Anthony Carmelo. 100%. Yo, to let him out, he should not be locked up right now. And a lot of your feelings are going to be hurt when they let this boy go. And they let this young man go. Because of the law. He acted within the law. You don't like that. You say he shouldn't have did that. That wasn't necessary. But those weren't your arguments when the shoes were on the other foot. If you supported Zimmerman, you should be supporting Anthony Carmelo. You say it's not about race, then why aren't you supporting him? He did the same thing. So let's not kid ourselves. It is about race. It was white supremacy that made the Metcalf boys feel as though they had the authority to walk up to this kid and tell him where he can sit. He had to get out of their tent, like they owned the tent. He had to go stand in the rain. Touch me and see what happened. You goddamn right. Touch me and see what happened.